Hi everyone. So I'm going to do mixed media morsel number 30 today. We're going to do shaving cream marbling and make some cool prints. So just get yourself a pan or some kind of container with a shallow edge. It can be a little taller than this. And just put some shaving cream in there. This one's getting low. Here we go. Okay, just like that. And then take a little ruler or something with a flat edge and just spread it out in your pan or your container. Kind of make it level. It's kind of like frosting a cake. Okay. If you're sensitive to smells, you might want to have a fan or something going just to kind of circulate the air, because shaving creams do typically have some scent to them. All right. And you want to have a dish or a pan, a bowl of warm water over to the side so that you can easily clean off your ruler and your hands, because this is a pretty messy procedure. And but the good thing about it is that it cleans up very easily because of the shaving cream. So just know that going into it, it is going to be messy, but it is so easy to clean up. Okay, and I'm just using this inexpensive shaving cream from the dollar store. Okay. And now for the color, you can use acrylic paint, you can use food coloring or alcohol inks, anything like that. So I'm going to use a little bit of acrylic paint just because I like the vibrancy, the vibrancy of it. And it doesn't take much color, just a few drops. Of course, this is being stringy on me, but just a few drops here and there is all it takes. Because you're going to take a popsicle stick or a skewer and you're going to kind of swirl this around and make a pretty little design. I'm going to put a little bit of yellow in there too. I'm trying to use up some older paints that I have sitting around. So I thought this would be a good way to do that. And it's a fun little technique. I love it. And I really want to have this as part of my morsel collection, you know. So now I'm adding just a tiny bit of orange too. Just thought I'd pick, you know, a couple of fallish colors. So, okay, here we go. Come on, drip. There we go. All right, so we have those. And now I'm going to take, just take a popsicle stick and swirl it around and make some pretty designs, patterns in the shaving cream. Try to make sure you touch all of the dots and things. Okay, and then the more, of course, you do this, the more mixed your colors are going to get. So just, you know, go easy. Don't go too heavy on the stirring at first, at least. Okay, I'm going to take a little sheet of this little graph paper. And then what you want to do is lay the paper in the shaving cream and you want to press it. And press it in until you see it coming up the sides of the paper. Because what you're trying to do is make sure that the paper comes in contact with all of the paint and the shaving cream. Okay. And then as you press this in, it's soaking into the paper. You can kind of see the swirls right there. Okay, now your paper is going to be wet, so you have to be really careful when you pick it up because it'll tear. And if it does tear, it's not a big deal because you'll still be usable. But what you do is you lift it up, okay, and it's going to look really messy. And just slide that out of the way and lay this down flat. Okay, and I've got a wet paper towel over here to, you know, to keep my hands from being so slippery. And then just take your ruler, and of course this has been cleaned off and dried. And then grab your paper like by the corner. And like I said, it'll tear because it's wet. So just get yourself a little spot there. And then gently, you want to just scrape that shaving cream off. Okay, I'm going to just scrape this back into the corner of the dish here. And then you want to wipe this off so that you don't keep dragging that across, okay? So just wipe it off after you've scraped it. Okay. It just leaves the neatest designs, and I just think they're beautiful. So it's called marbling. I don't know if I said that earlier, but it's a shaving cream marbling technique. Okay, so once you get everything scraped off of your paper, you can lay it someplace to dry or hang it, whatever you have available to you. All right, and then you want to rinse your ruler and dry it and have it ready for the next one. And we're going to use those colors 2 or 3 times. They'll be able to make prints from. The first one is always the most, I guess the best, if you want to call it that, because you can really see clearly all of the swirls and designs there. All right, and this is the paper towel I was wiping the excess off after I scraped the ruler on the pan over there. I wiped it off, and so this will be completely usable for art later, okay? But this, like I said, it cleans up so easily. See that? So don't let the messiness of this deter you from doing it, because it really is so much fun. Okay, so I'm bringing this back over, and you can see this where I was scraping it in. But you can take this and swirl it once more, maybe twice more. I've used them up. I've used them plenty of times over. But what happens is it starts, the more you use it, the more blended all the colors are. And so you don't have as much of a, you can't see all the individual colors necessarily as well then. So, but it still makes pretty paper, so use up the paint that you're dripping in there. I'm going to use a piece of white this time. I should probably lay that down a little flatter there. Here we go. So this one will be just a little bit more blended, but it's still going to be gorgeous. Okay, you can just press it in until it comes up along the sides and the edges of your paper. That way you're sure that your paper is coming in contact with all that shaving cream and color underneath. Okay, I'm going to lift it up again. Just didn't quite go in well. Let's try it again. Just press it back in if you pull it up and nothing is stuck to your paper. It's a little bit better. Okay. And get your ruler and just scrape again. Grab my towel again. Whoops. But really, that's just gorgeous, isn't it? It's just so pretty. All right, so we can get the page done now, except before we do that, I want to show you what the prints looked like that I got. These were some that I had done originally before I turned on the camera to do the orange and red and yellow. But I just wanted you to see how vibrant, especially the first print, is so vibrant when you use the acrylic paint. And so I really love this. And then while it was still pretty bright, I used a couple of other sheets. This is a dictionary page, and this is a little page that has some Asian writing on it. So that's kind of cool. And those, you know, of course, are very vibrant too. And then as it started to get, you know, a little more mixed in, you know, this is what the prints looked like after that. And then after it got really muddy, well, not muddy, but just more of a solid color, I dribbled in some red just to have a little contrast with the kind of basic blue-green color. And then I had thrown in some yellow, and I realized that one side of my ruler has some dings in it, and so it started kind of scraping into stripes. I didn't intend that to happen, but that's what happened. And here's one also at the very bottom of the pan that was yellow and stuff, and I was just trying to pick up as much of the paint color as possible. And so these, you know, actually do start looking pretty muddy. I dribbled some white in for this print. And this one I really like. Even though it's muddy, I think it would look so cool with some like white splatters on it, and then cover it with Mod Podge or Collage Podge or something like that. Anyway, I think those are really pretty. So I wanted to show you what they look like. And then these, of course, are the ones that I made a minute ago. And they turned out beautiful. This is the first one has the most vibrant color. This one's a little more blended, but still really pretty. And then I did a yellow one on the yellow paper and the white paper about the same time. So these are very similar, just the different colored paper. So those both look pretty cool. And then this one is where I added a tiny bit more red in again for some contrast. So these are all going to be cool, cut up and used as collage, and, you know, and whatever I decide I want to use them for. But I think I'm going to use this one today on my morsel page. So I'm going to take out I thought that the colors in it would blend real nicely with what was next to it, which is this morsel 29 we did last time with the sponge painting. All right, so I'm going to take page out and just put this down on the page. Let's see, I think I like this area right here. And I've got a little image that I'm going to be using. This is a sticker from Penny Black Company. They make a lot of stamps, but at one point, several years ago, they sold some stickers. So I didn't use them all up, and so I found this one that kind of blends with the little colors that I used in this print, so I'm going to use that. And it's very thin. The sticker's very thin, and you can see through it, so I'm going to back it with some orange before I put it on the page. But first I'm going to go ahead and get this Mod Podged on here. And get that background going. Alright, so I have a stamp I'm going to use. It says Be Happy. And I'm going to use some black Stays-On ink for that. Now we need a black border because it needs to be kind of grounded. So thinking about what kind of border I would want to do. Maybe I'll do a double line. It kind of looks like almost like a little ribbon when you do this. We'll make it wavy, and you do it twice, wavy twice. So let's see. Okay. And then you do it again, and instead of, you do the opposite of the way the curves went the first time. So I would go this way and this way. Let's see. Oops. Oops. Okay. So there's what it, I'll hold it up so you can see. So it makes like a ribbony sort of look, like a ribbon twisted. So I think I'm going to color them in. Just because it'll make for a nice, more bold border. Okay, and I'm just going to add a little touch of white in those each of the sections, just to make it a little brighter. Okay, so there we go, guys. Mixed Media Morsel number 30. And it's a shaving cream marbled background. I hope you guys have fun with yours, and I can't wait to see them. And we will see you again soon. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye-bye.